guys, welcome back to World of Tanks with Danish Bacon. We're looking at this fine little thing, the Object 263. The second tank destroyer line in the Russian tech tree, which starts at as you can see, from the issue 100 you go to the issue 100 M1 and down this line. Now the line down to the 263 is rather painful, but when you reach that tier 10, 263, it'll be worth it. I guarantee you that much. Now the 263, of course its counterpart is the Object 268. So the 263, let's go the quick stats of it. So 1900 hit points, where the 268 has 1950 hit points. With this loadout that I'm running, it weighs just over 60 tons, but it got a 1050 horsepower engine. So the top speed of this thing is actually 55 kilometers per hour and a traverse speed of 32 degrees. Now the armor on the other hand is very good from the front. Like really, really good. It's 250 millimeters in the front, 80 at the side, 50 at the rear. Those 250 millimeters of armor is located right there. That's 250 millimeters thick, sloped backwards at, I would roughly say, what, a 45-degree angle. So the effective armor thickness of this plate right here is way over 300 millimeters of armor. There's also 250 millimeters of armor right here and right there. And that's sloped backwards at, I would say, roughly a 60-degree angle. So that's also up above around the 300 millimeters of armor. The gun mantle is around 200 millimeters thick. So this is not your usual tank destroyer at tier 10 with big alpha damage like all the others. The 268 has 750 average damage, the Foch 155 has 750 alpha damage, the E4 and the E3 has 750 average damage, and the FV 183 and the JPEG is of course the two biggest one with the biggest alpha damage. Sorry about that, just had to get something to drink. But I'll go back to the gun in just a second. Now, the T10 tank destroyers got the view range nerfed a couple of patches ago. Before the nerf, this had actually 420 meters view range. Now it's down to 390 on the base view range and 720 meter signal range. Now the gun on the other hand on this thing, well, you might actually know it from a tier 9 tank destroyer in the German tech tree, pretty much. It's a 130 millimeter gun. The rate of fire, base without any stats at all, it's 5.61 rounds per minute. 290 millimeters of penetration with your regular AP, or if you fire APCR you got 330 millimeters of penetration. And 550 average damage. Now that's a Yak Tiger standard. The accuracy isn't too bad, 0.32. The aiming time is not bad, it's not great, 2.5 seconds aiming time. This is pretty much a tier 10 Yak Tiger with none of the drawbacks of a Yak Tiger. Like this one doesn't turn like a beached whale like the Yak Tiger does. this is actually quite mobile. You can actually you don't need to play this as a regular tank destroyer while by sitting back and camp and snipe. You can actually, if you are a decent player, you can actually play this as an assault tank destroyer because of that rate of fire. Now, at some point, the FV183 had the biggest damage per minute, or DPM, in the game before the HISH-RAM was nerfed. With the right setup and crew skills, you could get the FV183 to shoot 2 shots per minute. And let's just go with the average damage of the HISH rounds was 1750 or 1750 average damage. So that would say that the FV183 had a DPM of 3500. Well, this thing beats that. With the crew skills I got right now and the equipment I've fitted on this, I pump a shot out of this thing every 9 seconds. Yeah, 9.03 actual reload time of this gun, which means that the rate of fire is not 5.61. It's actually 6.66, which gives this thing a damage per minute output, or DPM, of 3663. To put that in a perspective, what can you do with that DPM in a minute? Well, in a minute you can kill a mouse from 3000 hit points to nothing, and then you can put a shot into what else is driving around on the battlefield. That's within a minute. That's just absurd good DPM of this thing. The only thing I actually believe that can beat that should be this one, the Tortoise. Right now the reload is 5.99 on that gun, and I believe you can get that down to 5.5 seconds with BIA. I believe somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm mistaken, but this thing has the highest DPM in the game of any tank destroyer. 400 average damage, I believe it is. Yeah, 400 average damage. This has a DPM just about around 4000. Something like that. Right now it's 3380, yeah. Without BIA or anything else like that. But the 263 is the second highest. So where do you shoot this thing when you meet it? Well, of course, there is this fine little area down here, the lower plate, which is weak. And I don't know if they fixed it on the 263, but if you put a shot over here at the right side of it, when you look at it, of course, and the left side of this thing, this will damage the engine and most likely also set it on fire. That's something I have had some problems with after all. Of all the battles I have in this thing, is shots over here tend to break the engine and most likely also set you on fire. But from the front, and if it's hauled down, the weak spot on the 263 is actually, yeah, that's something you need to train again, because when you reach tier 10, you should have learned by now that you should never shoot at the gun mantle of any tank, because that's probably one of the thickest and spaced armored bits on a tank. But on the 263, that's actually the weak spot. This fine little plate here that's 200 millimeters thick, roughly 200 millimeters. But that's actually the weak spot. Now, tier 8 tanks, if you don't shoot gold, you will actually have problem pinning even this. But that's the weak spot. That's not a weak spot. E-Force gold round can't pin this. Not even this. That's tiny little viewport up there. I have never been shot there, so I can't confirm if that's a weak spot or not, but I highly doubt it. And if you angle the 263 against the, let's see, the JPEG, just to take a big ass gun, and he shoots gold. If you angle it, you upper plate like that, right around this much, and he fires his 420 millimeter penetration heat round into this, that heat round won't pin. It will just bounce straight off. So if he's hauled down, and you have problem pinning this, and you're not running with a lot of gold rounds, back off. Just back off. Because he will tear you apart. This thing is lethal if you're brawling against him from the front. Either you go on the side, that's only 80 millimeters thick, or go, yeah, well, if you get behind a 263, or any tank destroyer for that matter, he's dead meat. But if you go if you go into the side, that's all this. Like as you can see, it's not even angled. It's just a flat, big ass surface. That's only 80 millimeters thick. Don't shoot it here. No, 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 no. Go for this part right here. And the same, of course, on the other side, right there. Go for that bit right there. And why you should go for this tiny little area? See this? That's the ammo rack. Shots on this bit will damage the ammo rack. 8 out of 10 times it will damage the ammo rack. And you could be as lucky as you actually destroys his ammo rack and blows him up. That's mainly the biggest weak spot of the 263, is that its side is made of ammo racks and it's an open top vehicle. So HE rounds will mess this thing the fuck up. Artillery loves to shoot at this thing, because it will take the full damage if it gets hit by an HE round, because of it's an open top vehicle. But from the front, oh boy, this thing is hard to kill. Especially if you can cover up this lower plate and you can stay out of range, so the enemy's shells actually do some penetration over distance, unless they're firing heat, of course, because heat doesn't lose penetration over distance. But stay at long distance and keep your lower plate covered. You're pretty much unkillable if they don't know that weak spot, which surprises a lot of people I've seen, that the gun mantle is actually the weak spot of the 263. Now, equipment wise, well, considering that this is an open top vehicle, you can't fit vents on it. So I've gone with the gun laying drive and the rammer and optics. You could debate about using a Camonate, but then you are also playing this as a regular tank destroyer, and I don't play this as a regular tank destroyer. I play this mostly like an assault gun, because of it's actually quite mobile, so you can actually shift pretty quickly around the field and get straight into people's faces and just brawl it out. You cannot. Yeah, wet ammo rack could be a good idea to help cover securing your ammo rack in the side. Of course, camouflage if you want that, but to be honest, the 263 doesn't have as good as camo rating as the 268, even though that, let's see, take it on this side. Yeah, the 268 is a smaller target. But that's all up to you. I play this as an assault gun, so I use optics because I want that view range, that extra view range all the time, where binos just, it only activates when you're sitting still. Crew skills, well, I've gone for camouflage on first, and then 6th sense. Of course, I used repairs on my commander, and then when that reached 100%, I swapped that out and traded it in for 6th sense. Got BIA on it. On everybody, you could argue that BIA is not as crucial as, but Brothers in Arms actually works as an events improved ventilation. It's 5% to your entire crew, but it only activates when every crew member has it at 100%. It doesn't need to be the second skill. I would say maybe even safe storage for your loader. It should be more crucial than Brothers in Arms. And of course repairs. The driver, preventing maintenance to keep that fire for happening. And shots into the gun mantle actually most times tend to break your gun, even knock it out. So armorer for your gunner improves accuracy with a damaged gun. And of course repairs and repairs. Now I haven't gone with repairs, I've gone with, what is it, recon and designated target. Clutch braking to improve the traverse speed of the tank. 32s. It's not bad, it's better than the 268, so. But still, it can always be better, right? And of course, intuition and repairs. When this reach 100%, I'm going for repairs on everybody. Well, not everybody, those that are missing repairs. But enough of this. Let's see how this lethal thing actually performs in a battle. So I'm just press the battle button. Sorry about that. And let's see how fast we can actually get a game going. Steps and 2 artillery, 2 big ass artilleries. Team seems quite even. Talking about the mouse, they actually got one. I only need 100.
It's go time.
So a big ass open map with 2 artilleries in it. And one of them is actually a good player. This should be fun. If I can avoid getting hit by those, yeah. So let's head up here in the 1-2 line. I don't want to go down in, in the 8-9 line. Let's see, can I get down here without getting spotted? Yes, I can.
First blood.
And that foe's just got destroyed. Yep, artillery is not overpowered. Oh, a JPEG. Ah, he pinned my lower plate.
You need a new ass.
Didn't he?
It's got a hole in it.
Nope. He shot straight through the gun mantle. Oh well, he's dead. I'm not. Not yet. Both artilleries just fired. Let's see if I can.
Shit.
Nope, I can bounce off an E75.
So how does it feel to have my
That was a good
foot up
roll.
your ass?
642 into an E75.
So much for anti-lock brakes. You invincible hit.
That hurt.
Cheater. I shot. You died.
I get my commander back in action because I want my reloads down and I actually want to know when I'm spotted. When your commander is dead, your sixth sense doesn't work. Just if you don't know that. A dead commander affects your sixth sense. Can I hit this guy? Can I hit this? I can crit hit him, of course, and do no damage. The M53-55 just reloaded, which... Oh, and he's spotted. Let's see if we can't get that guy... Oh, sorry, shit, I need to rearrange something here. There we go. I've been running vanilla mode in World of Tanks. And you can actually get the enemy's last position just without... You don't even have to use mods for that. So, just had to turn that off again because I started using mods again. So, there are some mods I need to use in Clan Wars, especially when I'm get spotted and so on. So I just had to turn that off again, otherwise I'll see tanks names doubled. Which would actually mean that I can... It will look like there's 30 enemy tanks on the minimap. Let's see, the E5, the overpowered E5, the more overpowered E5 than it used to be.
You cannot die. Damn it.
Nope. Can't even pin his top hatch. Not even 1,000 damage, and... $15,200 and not even 1,000 damage. Like, and only one artillery. Should be able to make it across without getting spotted.
It's game time.
That MX 1390. Yeah, let's see if I can. But yeah, of course this thing is not peach and glory. The gun depression sucks. It's an open top vehicle. Your sides are made out of ammo racks. Plenty of stuff. You know what? Let's see if Somebody just knocked that tree down, but now 1390 is afraid of spots. Alright, so there's no one there. What about there? Oh, wait, he's actually moving up. How about damn time? That's the 121. Come on. You know you want to. That was a dodgy shot. Alright. I'm not getting any more shots off here. So, and I don't want to get clicked. So let's have some fun in here. So the E100, the E75 is down there. Yeah. Piss off, truck. Oh, hello.
Oh, you're my bitch now.
Oh, angle. Ho! Yep, that's right. Blocked. That's a mouse. That level PTA just got ripped to shreds. A 4 health i7 that's afraid to peek, you know what? Yeah. Impressive, I just got spotted. Which way are you gonna go? Going that way. Alright. I can't work this area as long as that T30 sits there. I think it's rather amazing that what is it with all this gold that's flying? Fine. Let's play with gold. Come out, wherever you are. He's not much peeking. I won't use my health. Got other stuff to shoot at.
Oh yeah, there's more where that came from.
Especially that T30 that just popped up. See if I can't rip this mouse apart. Thank you. And when you take the gravestone down, I'll kill you. Thank you so much. What a low roll. 550 average damage, and I do 480 to the side turret on E75. Jack Tiger is dead. It quite amazes me that still a lot of people are actually getting closer and getting better to know where to shoot the 263. It's one of those rare tanks you on the North American server at least, you don't see that many 263s. I don't know why that's the case. I think it's because the sights are made out of ammo racks. That scares people off, and it's an open top vehicle. I think that's mainly it. Oh, hello. Somebody just entered our cap circle. I wonder how much health he's on. Oh, there he is.
My gun's bigger than yours.
Fuck this clown.
Did I just bounce off the turret of the T-57 and hit our IS-7? Yeah. Third class badge, yeah, that was shit. Only 2,400 damage, and I didn't even hit with a blind shot. Let's take a subscriber replay of the 263 and instead, but last but not least, do I even recommend this tank? Yeah, I do. Even though that I'm playing like shit today, I don't know, I think I'm tired after work. This is definitely a tank destroyer that's worth grinding out. Now the tank, like I said earlier, the entire tank line is horrible. It can be quite painful, but when you reach the 263, everything just keeps getting better. But yeah, let's take a close look. Let's take a subscriber replay and actually see how well the 263 actually can perform when everything is going your way, at least. Better than me. So, let's see. So we're back on Lakeville with Bath 12. He sent me this 263 replay, and it's actually only his 4th game in it. Looking at the XVM colors, the enemy team actually got some pretty dangerous medium tank players.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I am all out of gum.
Let's just change that. Thank you very much. Let's see if he can perform better than I did right now in that live view, because I played like, well, horrible. But this is the encounter mode of the Lakeville map. Some people would say that pushing Valley is crucial. No, it's not. getting down in that swampy, slow-moving terrain just costs you time. You pretty much just need to get into the city and brawl it out in there with the cap circle. So Bath is sitting here in the J4 corner.
First blood.
The most common spot for a tank destroyer to sit, and they just lost an artillery to that Batchat. And then the enemy team loses the WZ-131, and Bath's team loses the Rymatic Balsic and the SU-101. Now Bath is actually platooned up with an IS-7 and the FV-215B. Now the FV-215B is gonna get replaced in the nearest future to the Chieftain. What mark of the Chieftain is not sure yet. They have been talking about the Mark 6 Chieftain, I believe it is, or even the Mark 5 Chieftain. I believe the Mark 5 Chieftain, it's too modern to get implemented into World of Tanks, because that's the tank that's in Armored Warfare. I got it in Armored Warfare, and the technology and all that the Mark 5 Chieftain is using, I would say it's too modern to actually even be considering to go into World of Tanks. So the T-49 left the middle road, so now a T-71 is coming, charging in to Bath's base, spots the GW-100, he got killed, and Bath kills the T-71. So they're losing 4-2. Now the Super Persian has a pretty good shot on the lower plates. Super Persian, you'll never pin a 263 with a regular AP round. You don't have enough penetration. You can't even shoot through the gun mantle. So Bath is all alone on this corner. That shot went into... Yep, there. Right there. You see it? Right there. That killed his gunner. So when you lift your gun, you're actually exposing this small area, which also is a weak spot. And that 5100 just got the shot of his life. So Bath has already used his medkit to get his gunner back up. And that Super Persian is charging through, so Bath is backing off. And now they're losing 6-2. Oh, we actually got some... Oh yes, ass shots on the new 100. There goes 20,000 credits for the 100, because that was an automatic fire extinguisher. Now let's see if we can... I can't set them on fire another time. They just lost. He just lost his platoon mate in the I-7, but that E-100 is gonna get...
Coochie.
ripped to shreds. So that's the 100 down. Let's see, there's the Batchats. Just blocked the shot from both the 140 and the Batchat. While he puts a shot into the Batchat, leaving him to a one-shot kill for most of the tanks. He already done 4,000 damage. Oh, here comes trouble. Now, what he should do here is... Never mind. He should actually focus on the autoloader, because that's the biggest threat, but he just died. And Bath finishes off the Super Persian. And here comes the Tortoise behind him. This guy can't catch a break, and they're still losing 9-6. Oh, sorry about that. That was my phone. I don't have any shots on that VK-4502B. He goes for... Yeah, he's going for the Tortoise. And... should have aimed a little higher. Not the ISU kills the Tortoise. The 140 tracks Bath, but Bath retaliates,
That'll wipe the ugly off that mug.
wiggles his armor. And the 140 doesn't shoot again. The scores are barely even, 9-10. The Lorraine just got nuked by that Indian Panzer, so the middle road is secure. The IS-4, the rest of the tanks have been spotted in the city, so Bath knows there's nothing coming down through the valley, unless Artie is on sightseeing trips. And it doesn't look like any of his teammates are in any rush to get into the city and actually stop that cat. Even though the T-54E1 is actually looking like he's going into interrupt it. Well, that's some dangerous tanks they got left. And be sure that Bath has already used both his repair kit and his med kit. So if he gets tracked by the Object 140, the 140 can pretty much just take him apart. Cap just got reset.
See me? Now you're dead. This thing sucks.
140 bounces off. Bath doesn't.
I see dead people.
140 switched to heat. Heat still failed to penetrate. This is the armor of the 263. If people are just clutch shooting and thinking that the gold rounds can help them out, you'll be surprised how much the armor can actually withstand on the 263. So coming up behind the 140,
This douchebag.
heat still failed to penetrate, and I think Bath just damaged his engine. A 140 finally penetrates with a heat round, but gets taken out.
Now you see
Here comes Bath again.
This thing sucks.
Sight shots into an IS-4.
Dead.
Oh yes, please. Oh, can he reload? No, he cannot. VK, you got a shot on him. Not from there. Watch out. There are still 3 artilleries in the... Well, one of them just fired and nuked the ISU 152.
I see dead people.
What the fuck?
Go for that, yeah. Go for that one.
And you died a virgin. That's a tough break.
So 4 kills, 7,473 damage already. But it's him against 3 artilleries. Oh, that's one of them.
Fuck you.
Did he just bounce off a GW 100? Guess so.
This is some serious ass kicking.
But the reload is so fast on the 263 that he can actually get a shot off before the GW 100 can actually even turn and aim on him. But bouncing off artillery, okay. Seems legit. One of the artists just fired at him and missed. He still needs to be careful because he's an open top TD, so. And if the T92... aim. Oh.
I'm a fat Star Wars kid.
So that's a Top Gun. Now, apparently, I thought it was the M40, M43 that shot into the town, but apparently not. That was the T92. So the T92 is probably almost reloaded. He's on 8,400 damage. Now, where's that T92? The T92 is probably hiding back here, A2, and aiming this way because he thinks that Bath is coming around here and then just gonna drip him in the face. And this Object 140, yep, he was waiting in A2. And hello.
Into the game, baby.
7 kills, a Top Gun, and that's definitely a Clicker medal or the Pescucci medal. with almost 9,000 damage. Well, yeah, roughly 9,000 damage and a win rate of 10,341 win rate. Holy shit. This is what the 263 can do. It's a fantastic assault gun in later in the battles if you're not comfortable about racing into the fight head on. But anyway, let's take a close look at the post-game stats. So, an ace tanker game for his 4th battle in this. That was fast. The spotter, because he spotted over 1,000 damage. How much spotted? Oh, we'll see that later. But the Pescucci's medal for destroying 3 artilleries. The steel wall. Yeah, you can actually earn steel wall a lot of times in this thing if people don't know where to shoot you. High caliber, of course, the tank sniper, yep, and the top gun. Team scores. Bath. 1,410 base experience with 8,923 damage. He did more damage than the next 4 combined, which is, considering that you had 5 players on your team that managed to do 0 damage, including 2 artilleries. Well, 2 of them got spotted. There's 3, I have no idea what he was shooting at. Oh, he didn't even fire 1 shot. Alright. Wow. Talk about being a burden for your team. But wow. Talk about a carry. Actually, that's his 13th game. Well, I don't know why he said the 4th game into me. Well, never mind. The detailed report. 22 shots fired, 21 of them hit, 19 of them penetrated. He received 12 hits, and he blocked 2,080 with his armor. Spotted 5 vehicles, and his spotting damage was 1,255. Considering that he's running with a premium account, that game earned him, he walked away with 95,980 credits. After resupplying of ammunition and repairs, he earned 53,180 credits in profit. And of course 2,115 experience. Not for the first win of the day. That's just a hell of a game, man. Keep this up and you'll have 2 marks in no time. First of all, hell of a way to protect the valley from 2 tanks, then covering the middle road. And when the time was needed for it, you ran into the town and cleaned up everything in that. So, hell of a game. Thank you so much for this replay. As always, guys, thanks for watching and happy hunting.